Kitchen's coming along well. We got the rest of these wall cabinets up and Rico put the doors on after we got them all done. Yesterday got in some base cabinets and Rico got the corner one in, I don't know, I guess maybe this morning. Now I'm starting to put in this refrigerator panel. We're gonna put the cabinet up above and these two panels on each side. And I'm using the laser you can see that after I've got it installed up against this cabinet nice and square, up the wall that's not square. So that's what I'm doing now. And then I need to put a little bracket to hold it so it doesn't flex like this. The gas is hooked up to the range because the gas guys are here today and they're hooking everything up. Here's their truck. He's out here checking for leaks. And over here, the dryer is gas. The water heater is right here on the other side of this wall. Almost everything in this house is gas except for the heat. And you can see some of the heat right there. Rico is staying on top of the gas right now, but when he gets back in here, he's working on the post and rail for the stairs. The inspector's supposed to be coming tomorrow, and this needs to be done for the CO. Whenever there's an opportunity to use it, this laser level is really worth having. This has been a rough year for burning wood. The wood burning boiler, I've just kind of struggled with it. I have learned some interesting things. If you've been watching, you'll remember that I had some like almost chunks of concrete that I was finding inside here. And it turns out that is minerals from the wood. They somehow bake down into almost like a concrete brisket. Here's some over here. When it was snowing, I was emptying out the wood burning boiler, trying to clean it out. And this is what I'm talking about, these things. It looks like it's kind of falling apart now, but they get pretty hard, pretty tough. So I guess the technical term for this is clunker. It's a clunker, which is a funny name. But that is the minerals from the wood that get cooked down and kind of come together and make a clump of concrete. All of our lives, we're learning new things. I'm about to go and start cutting some firewood. I haven't done any of that this year yet. I've only just set up the equipment out there to be ready. And I'm gonna grab my chainsaw. But we're down to this much wood. We're in the first week of February and we've burned up almost 3/4 of our wood. So we're gonna keep on going for a little while on that. We'll probably get to the end of the month, but I know there's some cold days in March. We're gonna wish we had some wood for that. Just getting a good start. I've cut this branch right here and that one right there. I got this much wood. You can see how many of those branches are on this tree. I mean, a lot of these are bigger than what I've already cut. Like bigger in diameter. You know, you see this one and then look at this one. It's a huge difference. I mean, even you look at this one and look at this one. So I think I'm gonna go in here and sort of top out the tree. I'm gonna get rid of all the smaller branches here at the top and leave a bunch of exposed limbs that I can start cutting into logs. keeping these plants in the garage mostly, but today they need to be in the office. We were using the garage to do some carpet cleaning. We have a carpet in the living room that gets a lot of, well, the dog gets on it a lot, and that is irritating. But we had to clean it, and the garage was a perfect place to do that. So have you ever been to your local library and taken advantage of any of the events they have there? A couple of months ago, I signed Cindy and I up for a little class where they were teaching people how to do a painting of a winter scenery, including birch trees. And I thought, come on, that's got to be something interesting and fun to do. And we went, and it was fun. There's a lady there that does all kinds of little classes and things. So mostly she does all that stuff for all different ages. And some of the classes are adult classes where you have to be 18. They don't want teenagers and stuff because the teenagers have their own programs. And I think the cooking class might allow teenagers, or it might be adults, I'm not sure. But they do a few cooking things, and I really wanted to get in on the one at the end of this month. Teaching how to make Runzas, Runzas for plural. So it's Runza and then plural. So if you live out west, you might know what this is. I was talking to Cindy about it and said, I wanted to sign up for that class and missed it. I think February 3rd, they opened up for people to sign up. I looked at it on the 6th and it was already full, 20 slots. So Cindy said, well, just get me a recipe and I'll make it for you. So I got her a recipe and she made it and it was great. It was really good. So here's a picture. And what they are originally a German recipe where they are meat inside bread pockets. So, if you've ever had Hot Pockets, do I have to put a copyright here for saying that? But if you've ever thought about and looked at the package of Hot Pockets and you look at it and you go, wow, this looks really good. And then you cook it and eat it and you're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then some people, they just love them because they got used to them and they really like them. But Runzas are kind of like what Hot Pockets were supposed to be, like a flavorful pocket of meat and cabbage and onion. It's really good. But you can do different variations. I look forward to Cindy putting some cheese in it, trying it that way. I think she's going to make some again in the next day or two with lamb. And lamb has a little different flavor because we usually season it with rosemary, which will make it different than just beef with salt and pepper. If you like trying recipes, you're going to like Runzas. And Cindy does her own bread already. So she does hamburger buns, and they're really good. So she just used her regular bread recipe. I'm not sure she followed the bread recipe that I gave her. I searched the next couple of months of the library programs, and they didn't have any more good cooking things. I can't remember. Maybe they might have had some cinnamon buns or something. I'm not sure. But I look forward to finding out about things you just don't know about. I also, digging around on the internet, found out that there's a Runzas restaurant out in Nebraska. I think they have a few in Colorado, but it's a fast food restaurant. But they said they're not planning to expand across the United States. But they will actually ship you a dozen Runzas with, frozen with dry ice to anywhere in the United States. So if you look at it and you find out, I really want some of these, but I don't want to make them myself, that's another option. So while I'm in here, it's a rainy day. That's why I'm sitting here right now, I suppose. But Caleb's birthday is coming up. So don't tell him, but I'm putting together this toolbox. actually gonna get Caleb a cart like this. And at Harbor Freight, that was kind of expensive, more than we remembered. So we must have gotten a better deal on it when we got one. But this was on sale. He got a whole lot more for not a lot more in price. We're excited to give this to him.